Then after the Harappan civilization, we have the Indo-Aryans invaded India, and I think one of the major reasons for the decline of Harappan is the Indo-Aryan invasion. So they came from the Indo-Aryan region. They were basically Sanskrit-speaking people who came to northwest of India, and they declined. They drove out these Harappan people and sent some of them to South India, where today they believe that South Indian Dravidian people are basically the Harappan origin, and the North Indians are basically Indo-Aryan race. So some points about the Indo-Aryan people: they were cattle keeping people. Initially, they were moving from place to place, and they started settling near the river banks. And first, they settled near the Indus River, around the places of Indus River. Later, they moved to the Gangetic region. So, based on this, we classify the Vedic ages into early Vedic age, that is 1500 BC to 1000 BC, and later Vedic age as 1000 BC to 600 BC. There are some arguments about the origin of the Aryans. Bal Gangadhar Tilak tells they are from the Arctic region, but one of the famous sources tells they are from the southern Russia. Let's first discuss about the Rig Vedic period. So these are the important points where you associate with the Rig Vedic period. The Rig Vedic period was over the Indus region, Indus River. Then the classification of the society was Kula, the basic unit, then Grama, that is villages headed by Gramini, then Vishu, like our districts, Vishupati, then the Jana or the state or the king who was headed by Rajan. Then the famous tribes which we had during the Rigvedic period are Matsyas, Purus, Yadus, Bharatas. The monarchy and hereditary was the key feature, but still they had the Sabha and Samiti, wherein the local heads and the local people had a voice in the ruling. Then Senani and Purohita positions were there. Basically, it was a patriarchal society, and the Graham, that is the family or the house, was headed by the father or Grahapati. Monogamy and polygamy both existed. Polygamy only in the royal families. Women got equal status. We see there is no child marriage or mention of sati. Also, we see Apala, Vishwara, Gosha, Lopamudra, some of the women poets, showing that women got equal status. Here in the Rigvedic period, dairy products was a staple food. Apart from that, they ate fruits, vegetables, and grains. Society not rigid. You don't see the Varna system still, everyone enjoying equal status. Cattle rearing we can see, and iron, usage of iron extensively started in the Rigvedic period. Then we have the barter system used. We don't have any record of coins or currencies during this period. Then these people believed Panchabhuta as the god, and Indra, Agni, Vayu were the key gods, while Aditi and Ushas also they worshipped. No idol worship found in this period. Some sources tell a barter system along with gold coins called nishkas were found.